means I will do finance. Okay, good evening, everybody. We're going to go ahead and get started for the Kinnelon Board of Education regular public meeting of November 18th, 2025. The New Jersey Open Public Meeting Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interest is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provision of the Act, the Kinnelon Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting to be published in the Suburban Trends on January 19th, 2025, posted in the Kinnelon Public Library, filed with Borough Clerk, and posted on the district website. Caitlin, would you roll call the board, please?
Yes, Mrs. Leonard? Here. Mrs. Perella? Here. Mrs. Portman's not here yet. Mr. Eisenmeyer?
Here.
And Mrs. Donaldson?
Here. Okay, no closed session is needed. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay, we have routine matters approval of the minutes for September 30th executive session, which was tabled for an amendment, and then the October 28th regular meeting minutes. Can I have a motion to approve?
Second.
Okay, any discussion on the minutes? No? Okay. You can pull the board, please.
Thank you. Mrs. Leonard? Yes. Mrs. Perella? Yes. Mr. Eisenmeyer?
Yes.
Mrs. Donaldson?
Yes. Luca, update?
First, we would like to thank all of the parents who joined the Kiel-Cisco teachers for parent-teacher conferences earlier this month. We would also like to thank Keisha and all of the volunteers who coordinated and provided our students with the annual Scholastic Book Fair. On Veterans Day, students, staff, veterans, and active duty military members from our community came together in a whole school assembly to sing a selection of patriotic songs. The event was enjoyed by all. We thank Mr. Tedesco for coordinating this assembly. This past Thursday, Kiel-Cisco students participated in a laser light assembly on the theme of kindness. We would like to thank Dr. Volpe and Prismatic Magic for bringing this to our students. Lastly, Kiel-Cisco's annual toy drive will run from November 25th to December 8th. Stony Brook held parent-teacher conferences on November 3rd and 4th. Thank you to all of the families that attended. On November 10th, Stony Brook also held its annual Veterans Day Assembly. It was an honor to recognize the veterans of our school and the Kinnelon community for their bravery, courage, and service to our country. Thank you to our veterans for sharing their experiences and words of wisdom with our students. On November 11th, six of our fourth grade students visited Cedar Crest to present their poems and essays on what Veterans Day means to me. Thank you to Mrs. Catalano for setting this up for our students. We would also like to express our gratitude to all of the Stony Brook families for your sock donations for Socktober. The Stony Brook Student Council collected over 100 pairs of socks for a homeless shelter. Our Keisha-sponsored theater club did an amazing job with their performance of The Addams Family Jr. on November 2nd. This week, our fifth grade students are also visiting the Bueller Space Center on a class trip where they will participate in real-life space simulations. In addition to Kiel, Stony Brook is looking forward to our laser light assembly with a focus on anti-bullying this Thursday. The Social Outreach Club at PRM collected 10 boxes of extra Halloween candy and partnered with Soldiers Angels Treats for Troops, which is a Halloween candy collection program. Local businesses and organizations can register to collect the candy, which is then distributed to the military at VA hospitals, military installations, and reserve units. Thank you to all who participated. On Friday, November 14th, PRM came together and hosted an important tradition in our PRM school year, our Veterans Day Assembly. It was our privilege to welcome veterans as honored guests who served in the United States Armed Forces, as students were able to hear personal stories and experiences of those who served. We would like to thank the HSA, Mrs. Eckert, Mrs. Conklin, Mrs. Barnes-Rizzo, Mr. Goff, Mr. Boardman, Mrs. Hendricks, and Mr. Linnell. This week, PRM welcomed former professional football player Aaron Golub. Students were able to learn about perseverance and other life lessons, as Aaron was the first legally blind Division I athlete and NFL free agent to play football. Special thanks go out to the HSA and parent Erica Jefferson for coordinating this event. On Wednesday, November 17th, 8th grade students in the PRM Social Outreach Club will visited Kiel Elementary School to engage with their younger peers. They will discuss the importance of Thanksgiving, share American traditions, and reflect on meaningful family moments in their own homes. Lastly, the PRM Treps Marketplace will be held on Tuesday, December 9th from 6 to 8 p.m. in the PRM Gymnasium. The snow date is scheduled for December 11th. Students at KHS have officially transitioned to marking period 2. We are excited to announce that we will begin holding an honorable breakfast for students in celebration of their accomplishments and achievements during marking period 1. Our Tomorrow's Teachers program, which consists of KHS students who aspire to be teachers, is off to a strong start this school year. KHS students wrote and illustrated books that they shared with kindergarten classes at Kiel and taught 3 lessons at PRM. We are excited for these students and all that they are accomplishing. KHS's cast and crew did a fantastic job with our fall drama last week. Thank you to Mrs. Yates, our director, as well as Mr. Danielson for all of his work on the set. Tomorrow night at 6 p.m., the annual Powder Puff game will be held at the Spiro Sports Center. All are welcome to support students and the Student Council. On Thursday, the fishing club will go out on their first charter boat experience with Mr. Leckman, and a post-secondary planning night hosted by the counseling department will take place the same day at 7 p.m. Finally, our first 8th grade shadow day of the school year will be held this Friday, November 21st. Rising freshmen will get a tour of the building and attend 3 classes.
Thanks, Luca. That's a lot. There's a lot going on in our schools, so well done. Thank you. All right, superintendent update.
Thank you, Luca. Thank you, Mrs. President. I have quite a bit I could say, but I think I'm going to save it till this room is packed next month at this time. And we can move along to our facility report and update by Ms. Lawler, our Business Administrator Board Secretary. So the floor is yours, Ms. Lawler.
All right, tonight's presentation will be an update on facilities and the long-range facility plan, also known as the LRFP. All right, the LRFP is a required multi-year strategic plan that a school district must create to outline how facilities will be maintained, upgraded, and expanded to meet educational and safety needs. It includes a detailed inventory of each building. The LRFP must be approved by the New Jersey Department of Education. The district's architect submits amendments on behalf of the Board of Education following board approval. The LRFP determines the maximum amount a district can maintain in their capital reserve, and all capital projects must be on the LRFP. The approved projects on the LRFP also are looked at by the district's auditors as well as CUSAC. So as of January 2026, the NJDOE will be updating the LRFP software. At that time, the district's architect will submit amendments on behalf of the board. A draft of projects have been submitted to the board. No action will be taken at this time. Some projects include HVAC upgrades, boiler upgrades, bathroom renovations, the PRM roof and media center, the KHS practice turf field, and new kitchens for KHS, PRM, and Stony Brook. None of these projects are approved to be moved forward with, but they will be added to the long-range facility plan. So how are facility projects funded? Capital outlay includes allocating funds from the district's operational budget. That's the 2% tax levy increase every year. Capital reserve, which is the district's savings account for capital projects. Those funds can only be used for capital projects. Referendums provide funding for capital improvements by a special vote, temporarily increasing the tax levy so the district can obtain a bond or debt service to fund the work. The tax levy is increased through the length of the bond. Currently, Kinnelon has one outstanding bond from the 2008 KHS expansion. The bond was refunded last year in 24-25 school year, and final payment will be made in the 2032 to 33 school year. Grant opportunities such as ROD grants would help fund the Kiel and Stony Brook partial roof replacements, and the ESIP program, which is an energy savings improvement program for upgrades to boilers, HVAC, or lighting, which the district is currently exploring now. So from January 2023 to present, the board and administration have prioritized facility upgrades. In November 2023, the district's architect completed a district-wide facility assessment, which was later presented in March of 2024. The 2023 23-24, 24-25, and the current 25-26 budgets include facility upgrades. So here's a list of some projects that were completed during the 23-24 school year. Lockdown and emergency notification system, swipe card access upgrades, technology infrastructure upgrades in phase 1, paving and concrete work, bleacher repairs, basketball bathtubs, fencing perimeter spiral field at KHS, PRM outdoor security cameras, paving and sidewalk replacements, HVAC rooftop unit replacements at Kiel, fiber optic cabling at Stony Brook, concrete work at Cisco, and maintenance garage at paving. There's also additional projects you can read as well. The 24-25 facility upgrades include, again, technology infrastructure upgrades, exterior security cameras at KHS, PRM, the snack shack installation of door security swipe card at KHS, cafeteria exterior door installation of swipe card reader, a new compressor for the technology team, partial roof replacements funded by the ROD grants for Kiel and Stony Brook, and again, more door security card readers. Clearly, security has been a priority for the district. And in the current school year, phase 3 of technology infrastructure upgrades have been budgeted and incorporated. This also included paving the service road at KHS, which has been completed, the track, which has been completed, wood shop and dust collection completed, auditorium acoustics upgrade, phase 1. We currently have the supplies being delivered. This will take place in the winter and spring. Culinary arts renovation, phase 1. We completed electric monitoring to see how much capacity we have going to that area currently, and we'll continue moving forward. Chairlift replacement and AC units at all Kinnelon roadside classrooms and weight room. PRM exterior concrete steps, exterior security cameras, Kiel paving, exterior security cameras, Stony Brook exterior security cameras, and more security cameras at the maintenance building. So moving forward, the culinary arts program phase 1 is underway. There will be consideration for a Stony Brook school surveillance upgrade for any outdated cameras, consideration for the KHS visitor bleachers and walkway. The board previously approved a topographic study to evaluate the land surrounding KHS, including the practice field, for a potential turf multi-use field. The local government energy audit report was submitted to the district for review. This is part of the ESIP program, which could provide funding for boilers, HVAC, or lighting upgrades. A PSE&G program has also been considered for boiler upgrades as well. And then 26-27 budget planning projects to finalize or be considered. None of these are definite. It's dependent on funding and the district needs. Culinary arts phase 2, additional KHS auditorium upgrades, bathroom renovations, beautification of the outdoor cafeteria space at KHS. This will be a minor project. The practice field upgrade and PRM second floor HVAC. So the district has been quite busy trying to maintain facilities for our students. And do we have any questions? All right, thank you.
More extensive list on everything we've done, right? Isn't it on the website?
We have everything on the website, but that was everything condensed.
Okay, we were just discussing, there's actually even more stuff that we've done, and there is a list, and that is on the website. This was just kind of a condensed version of it for a briefing, but there's a very extensive list of all the projects we've taken on and the things we've accomplished in the last 3 years. So if people are curious, I recommend they take a look at the website. Where is it under? Is it under board or district
All
home?
under the presentations of the budget.
Okay, presentation of the budgets, that has a pretty detailed list.
And in those presentations, you actually see line items. So just for easier public understanding.
Okay, so the committees did not meet this month due to Thanksgiving and the condensed public meeting schedule. We will be meeting in 2 weeks, so there are no committee reports.
Can I say one thing?
Yes.
I know we don't have a lot of people here, but I know a lot of people watch tomorrow or later tonight or whatever. Ms. Lawler went through that, and to people who don't understand the work of the board and our district, of what that entailed year over year, the time, the effort, the hours, the Saturdays, the nights, it was a lot. And so that's why you always hear me, and I know sometimes folks may go deaf with me, but I emphasize the work of the board, the district goals, the board goals. It's something that we all take serious. That's how we grade ourselves. And they've all been there right out in the public eye. So it is a lot of work. And anybody out there that ever wants to, criticize or point a finger at us in this direction, they're welcome to come on this side and work with us on all those evenings and all those weekends, all year round. And for the elected officials, this isn't their career. So it's really a lot of work, and I commend the board and past members and all our current members. It's been a lot of work, so really, it's something to be proud of.
Thank you, and I do appreciate Caitlin for kind of consolidating all of that, getting the long-range facilities plan in action, working with the auditors to kind of identify what we actually have to move forward, where we're not crossing the T's and dotting the I's. So thank you for all that work, Caitlin. You'll see when we go through the agenda, actually have a maintenance plan. That's the first time I've ever seen one so extensively written with the details. So we'll be looking forward to discussing that as we move forward in the agenda. Okay, so we don't have committee reports. New Jersey School Boards Association. Jen, do you have anything on that? Nope. Okay. Morris County School, Carl's not here. Legislative representative. Jonathan, do you have anything?
We did have a legislative committee meeting. This is the Morris County School Boards Association. We usually meet the first Wednesdays, and it was right after down in Atlantic City, right after we met, and then also Atlantic City. We've met since then, and there's a lot of momentum in terms of speaking with legislators, especially with the turnover, and getting to know them and saying, hey, we're here as a resource, and not necessarily trying to tell them, hey, we want you to do this, 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 but much more like, hey, this is a concern for schools, and they're not just our schools, schools all over the state, and we'd like to work with you. So, we're working on ideas like suggesting task forces for public school boards and members to participate with the legislators, and we're getting some buy-in on that, so.
Was there any, I know we talked about at the last meeting, the fall NJSLA testing. Did that come up in any of your discussion?
Yeah, everybody that was at the meeting was kind of cranky.
Okay, yeah.
Mostly because it was kind of out of the blue. Like it wasn't in the normal calendar, and then it was just kind of like, oh, we're doing testing. So yeah, that had happened to everybody.
Yeah, no, I know, it was statewide, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're also very focused on, as I said, the kind of task force kind of idea, but suggesting to work on HIB, because a lot of folks who aren't in this day to day have no idea what you're talking about. What's a HIB? Mm-hmm. And then, at least in Atlantic City, the story was that when they were talking with some legislators who had been present, they weren't necessarily aware either. But when it was explained that, hey, this is what a HIB is, and this is how it went, and we'd like to revisit that, there was a lot of reception towards that.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Good, that's good news. Okay. Morris County Educational Services, you guys don't meet yet, right? Okay. I know liaison isn't meeting until January? Okay. Carl's not here, and neither is Frank. All right. So we're going to move on to petitions and hearings of citizens for agenda items. Does anybody have anything online? Jay? No? Okay. All right, we're going to go up to the agenda. We're going to do this by section because we did not meet, just to discuss. So since Carl is not here, I'll go ahead and discuss agenda items A, finance. So we have the treasurer's report, board secretary, budget transfers, the certification of the budgetary line items. Number 6 is a resolution to accept the emergency drill report. 7 is reimbursement for staff expenditures out of district workshops. 8 is the closing of the petty cash bank account, which is actually, we found out in the audit, isn't required. We have the final expenditure report for the IDA grant. 10 is the comprehensive maintenance plan that I discussed, that I have never seen such detail, which is excellent. And the annual maintenance budget amount worksheet, so it breaks down how much we're looking at with each school. The district report of transported students. We have our security and safety plan, our health and safety evaluation, and those are all, those were all in the attachments that were sent out. So can I have a motion to approve those finance and facilities items?
Motion.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion on any of those?
I had one.
Yeah.
It was easier on the computer screen than on this, but
Yeah.
it looked like resurfacing the gym floors in
Yeah,
all the
I
different
saw that,
schools,
yeah.
which is really cool, number one. Number two, that made me think, I'm sorry about the maintenance plan, but at this time last year, the gym floor in the new gym was buckling. So I obviously not expecting an update on that right now, but just wanted to make sure that it's in good shape to use, and then obviously resurface, as needed, so.
Well, I mean, I think once it was aerated or it was jetted out, as Ralph had shared last year when we discussed it at pretty much at length, that helped. So whatever happened with the turfing underneath, it clogged all those lines. But then also when we added the ventilation and it was more air movement in there, I mean, obviously it would be great if we had HVAC in the gymnasium, but that is a very, very hefty cost. So that's a whole different separate conversation. But as of right now, we haven't had any issues, any buckling. I don't want to put it in the atmosphere, but winter hasn't started yet. We haven't had a lot of rain yet. We still have those issues on the side of the gymnasium that come all the way down to the snack shack and then on the field. So we're going to continue to look at that. So, but I mean, as of right now, we've been okay.
Yeah, I think one of the issues was that Ralph discovered that the people had kind of, they had also turned off the building maintenance because it didn't work, and they had the boiler running, so, and it was so warm in there that people had the doors open, and so there was just a mismanagement of the actual environment itself, which is why HVAC is a big ticket item. Most of the building management systems don't talk to the boilers, and some of them are so old they're literally valve systems. They're not even switches. They're not really fixable, as far as I understand. So hopefully we get some traction with PSE&G or something from the ESIP where we're getting 40% back or even more. So we'll see what happens with those different grant opportunities. But those are the PRM roof. I know the KHS has a roof issue that's going to be coming up in the next couple of years. Those are the big ticket items that really have to be addressed. So the long-range facility plan has to be updated as soon as that software gets done, and then we get the architect to help us. We need to put that on so we can address these capital issues. I also did notice that is that just a placeholder for all the gyms resurfacing?
Yeah, so typically, the district will resurface like the finish of the wooden floors, just every few years, yeah. Okay. And then, they just bring up whatever's currently there, smooth it out, clean it. Okay. And I've done that in my previous district.
Okay, great. So it's just kind of like minor maintenance repair.
Yeah.
Right, great. Yeah, well, that is the maintenance plan. Anybody have any other questions with Section A?
No, I wanted to confirm, I just looked it up, the health and safety evaluation, the actual checklist, I just looked it up through the state. And it's not with regard to personal records, it's the building health, so I just wanted to. Yeah.
Yes, it's building, right, yeah,
And
not
that's
personal.
a requirement for CUSAC, so it's just, there's criteria for the buildings, like, are the boiler licenses up on the wall? Is there enough spacing, like, between the ceiling and certain objects? It's just an annual, it's, just to make sure that the buildings are healthy and safe.
Excuse me. Okay, any other questions on Section A? Nope, okay. Can you poll the board, please?
Yep, Mrs. Leonard? Yes. Mrs. Perella?
Yes.
Mrs. Portman?
Yes.
Mr. Eisenmeyer?
Yes.
Mrs. Donaldson?
Yes. Okay, Section B, personnel negotiations, Jonathan?
Yeah, in front of you from page, thank you. Page 4 through page 6, you have the standard sections of the personnel with leave replacements, leaves, coaching assignments and co-curricular assignments, and the substitutes. So that's before the board.
A motion to approve?
Motion.
And any further discussion on personnel? Anybody? It's all pretty straightforward. Okay, seeing none, can you pull the board?
Yes, Mrs. Leonard? Mrs. Perrella?
Yes.
Mrs. Portman?
Yes.
Mr. Eisenmeyer?
Yes.
Mrs. Donaldson?
Yes. Education, Kelly?
Yes, it's short and sweet this month. There's only 2 agenda items. The first is that we approve college ROI system, which is going to take a deep dive comparing and contrasting colleges with exploring affordability, financial aid, scholarships, and long-term return on investment. And the other is 3 field trips that are upcoming.
Okay, can I have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? Anyone? Nope. Kind of excited about the ROI. I think that's going to be really awesome. And that is being presented on the 20th, right? And that's going to be recorded? I saw that email come out, right? Excellent. Okay, great. All right, can you pull the board?
Yes, Mrs. Leonard? Yes. Mrs. Perrella?
Yes.
Yes. Policy?
Everyone should have received an update with the HIB reports. It was a more complete kind of explanation of each, because last month we had a couple questions, so I really appreciated that. It helps us to make a good choice, to approve these. And then the plan going forward is to have presentation and then any discussion at policy committee meetings for first reading of HIBs. And then the only other thing is the policy in order to have a student who fits situation to participate in the PRM wrestling team.
Right, I believe that letter was signed, so this is just the official approval. So he's already participating, as far as I understand, or tryouts. Yep. Yep, yesterday. Great. Okay. Anybody, so may I have a motion to approve policy section? Anybody?
Motion.
Second.
Okay. All right, any other discussion? I just do want to thank the administrators for taking the time to help us fully understand the HIBs, the harassment, intimidation, and bullying, those that don't know what that means, because it does help us make an informed decision when we're approving it. And when we do vote, we do really take it seriously. None of us really just want to rubber stamp stuff. I know that's a little bit more work for you, but I really do appreciate that. So that's all I want to say. Anybody else? Yes. Okay. Anybody have anything for the committee of the whole? No? Okay. Unfinished business, anyone? New business? We have Board of Education meeting dates for next year. Okay, so we do have next year's meeting dates already up for approval. All right, correspondence? Anything online? Jay, correspondence? Nothing? Okay. All right, petitions and hearings of citizens, non-agenda items? Okay, nope. All right, board member comments? Dana? Put your mic closer.
Is it true that this is Jen's last meeting, or
that's
there'll be a
next
meeting next? Yeah, December. There will be a meeting.
No, she's not leaving yet. We have
Abby.
committee meetings, we have another meeting.
Nope. My best wishes to all of you and your families for a beautiful and happy, healthy Thanksgiving. That's all. Thanks.
Thanks, Dana. Jen?
Thank you.
Kelly?
I just wanted to thank Mrs. Lawler because that was a wonderful, wonderful presentation, and it's really important to just have that transparency and to know what we're working on, what needs help, where the finances are going, and it's very much appreciated. I know how very much work it is. You make it look easy, but I know it's a lot of work. And I just Oh, of course, and it's a good reminder as the year goes on. I feel like I've never had a school year that kind of has passed as quickly as this one. As we go, we're just doing so much work, and it's really nice to take stock and see all the things that we're working on and all the wonderful things for this district that we're hoping to bring to fruition. And I know that with this powerhouse team, we really will do it. So, you know, it's exciting to see all the things that we've done, and I hope that everybody has a wonderful, wonderful holiday break next week.
Jonathan?
Ditto on a Thanksgiving, and just congratulations to all the students who had big, exciting times last week in all different ways and all different places.
Dave, you want to say anything?
Yeah, I mean, more or less what everybody else is saying, and, you know, as long as you have your health, you have your family, you have a good group of people that you can lean on. I have a lot of that right here in Kinnelon. You got to be appreciative, you have to be grateful, and you have to just grab the day each day. So, you know, happy Thanksgiving to all our families and to all our people here in Kinnelon. And it's a great time of year at the holiday. So I don't care what we call it in the next few weeks. You celebrate it, enjoy it. It is what it is.
Okay, great short meeting. Thanks, everybody, for your help. Next month's going to be long because we have a lot of recognition. And have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. I'm very thankful for the team we have here, for the ability that we've been able to work together and make some real positive changes, and that my kids are students here. So have a great Thanksgiving. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.